What's up, YouTube? I'm going to give y'all a quick rig tour.
Yeah, boy.
I've had probably 4 or 5 different welding rigs. Over my career, and this one was actually never supposed to be a welding truck, but things happen.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And so, you know, I do a lot of looking at different ideas and stuff, and figured I wanted to share mine, maybe to help someone else out. It has to rig up a single cab shorty. So this bed I built custom, quite a few years back. Built the suspension and everything as well. It is a long bed, but cut right at the shackles.
Stop it. Get some help.
So it's pretty short for a long bed. It's a 9412 valve. Sitting on 38s, 14 wides.
Damn!
She's got some rust. She's missing a hubcap. That was new. Built the steering, all that stuff, bumper, everything. Clear coat's coming off because she goes so fast. But yeah, so we'll start with the machine's a 300 Pro. So all I did was just build this suspension 3/4 tubing for my lead wraps. I really like this. I don't know if I've had these wrap styles, definitely not on a flatbed. I've had rails, had all sorts of other designs, obviously wishbone, lead wells. I love lead wells, but these aren't bad. These aren't a bad design at all. Except if you go to a parking lot and are going to stay for a while, you got to worry about your leads, but it's not too bad. So it came out pretty stout. I tried to kind of minimally put everything on this bed because I know this is a temporary setup. I got to cut it all off, but it's on there. She's stout. The machine, I went ahead and did little angle iron brackets. Probably unnecessary to do all 4, but it's in there. But man, I love this welding machine. Next, we'll go to my box here. It's super organized, as you can tell.
Oh, God, please, no! No! No!
I don't do a ton of field welding. I'm more in the shop, more or less. But I still do stuff and still makes money, so I never got around to sorting all this out. But it holds whatever I need for the most part. You know, it's a good day if you gotta use this thing.
Ha! Gay!
Rod. I mean, nothing fancy. I carry some clamps in there, some squares on my grinding stuff, and my hood right there. But I do love the way the box fits because it works really well, kind of with what I got going on up top. And I can lock it, so that's awesome. To the back. I do love the way this bed turned out in the back.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as.
So what I got going on here is I don't have a real wrap pack. I have some kind of cheap knockoff. So this doubles as security and work surface because, as you can tell, not much room for working. So what I did is I put it on a hinge, which I just used 1-inch all thread and some nuts. And I actually had this on my overlanding rig, and I took it and I cut it and shortened it so that it would do what I needed to do. All in all, it's been pretty sweet. I love the wrap back. The one thing I would say is if you're parked on like an unlevel surface, this is heavy and it rolls open, and it could hurt you. But on top, I just got my, it's a catch-all. Jack stands are not sorted very well. Spare material for different jobs and stuff. It kind of wraps around the side. Just as I just put this on there just to kind of hold it. As you can see, it's on there real stout. I love that though. I love this catch-all area. Still gives you a little bit of bed width, but man, this bed's too short to haul material. So, all right, the wrap pack for the knockoff version. Not super organized, but it's not the worst.
Oh, nah, dog. Come on, man.
Cutting torches and clamps, because I love to bang up my torches. Chain vise, gotta have those for doing any kind of pipe stuff. I love those. What else is in here? Soft shackles. These I've surprisingly used quite a bit. If y'all don't have these are totally worth the money, and they work great. And I forgot what I mean, they're stupid strong, and they're light, and they're easy to pack and store. I guess the one negative is you can burn them up, but I don't know. I haven't had a problem. I carry this strap too. I carry a chain fall. Comes in super handy. I come from a pipeline background, so the work I'm doing now isn't as much pipeline as it's more structural or equipment repair. So I probably don't have all the tools that I need, but my next setup will be better. I end up throwing a lot of stuff like mag drills and stuff in the cab, or stuff I can't fit. And I still share a lot of tools from my shop to here, so I don't have everything in here that I use on the daily, but I don't use this rig on the daily. So yeah, so that's what I got going on in here. I got a tool set under here, some grinders, you know, 2-hole pins and leveling stuff. Best levels that you can buy for doing fabrication, in my opinion. These have been great. I've had these for probably 15 years, and man, they've seen some abuse, and they're awesome. Totally worth it. My favorite tools that I use all the time is just a tiny little square adjustable. Just I have tons of these. I always find good use for them. Yeah, so that's that. It's heavy, it slides good. Awesome. So then we go to the ladder, step ladder here. We got some argon, so if we're gonna heat the arc, we're doing aluminum. I've got some good suitcase, but I haven't used it yet. So what I do with a suitcase, I'm running on here. Moving on. So the thing I hate the most that I would never do again is this setup right here. It looks good. I like how low profile it is, but it's the worst. And so it's on a, let's see if I can show you. Hold on. Yeah. So I got it on a slide out. Oh, it's tight. Hold on. Ugh. All right, so I got it on a slide out. So it will actually slide out, so you can unwrap it. It's a terrible design. I would not recommend it to anybody. I just hate it. I spend money to get a wheel. I've done hose lead wells too, but that's when I had a helper that would deal with that, and it's terrible. So if you get anything from this video, don't copy this. It's garbage.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oxygen cabinet, just single bottle. It nice and tight tolerances. It works great, no problems there. I probably should have built it for the same height, but it really doesn't matter. You know, I just use some scrap diamond plate, and it works out just fine for what I need. Got the big fire extinguisher. This puppy gets hot, and the acetylene bottle. So I've used the machine to kind of mount it, because like I said, I wasn't trying to be very invasive welding to this bed, because it's a temporary setup, but it works. It's pretty high up there, but it seems to get the job done. So yeah, that's what I got going on. As far as the cab, not very organized. Been busy. That's better. You know, the dash classically cracked. Nothing fancy, man.
Do we have to watch this? This is what rednecks watch, Brian.
Gets the job done.
Get her in!
This truck's got a couple 100,000 miles and keeps chugging. Got the good Lord's word right there. Got to have that in every rig. Some extra extension cords. You know, I use a lot of wireless cordless grinders now, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, like I said, an old shop beater truck that turned into a welding truck, never was supposed to. Also, it's not very much fun jumping in and out of this thing for work. It looks awesome, but it's not sweet. I had some issues, so I had to put airbags on it when I first rigged it up. But yeah, just wanted to document it, throw it out there. You know, maybe it'll help someone else. I mean, it looks cool, but there's a bunch of things I would do different. Unless you're a pipe guy.
What do you mean by that?
You know, you could probably get by. It'd make you money. You know, especially if you're just on the firing line or main line, and yeah, it works out great. But if you're fabbing pipe in the yard or anything, I mean, I don't even have a spot for rollout. Well, you'd have to do everything off jacks, but I've seen worse. But right on, guys.